Now, you're working with children and elephants.
Yeah, they say don't work with kids or animals, but the days are actually more limited when you do. You get more time off.
That's very true.
Like, it deals with a lot of heavy issues about sickness, and I play a widower, and my children have lost their mother, but it does it in such a gentle way that it's accessible to, you know, a wide variety of audience.
And it's about them sort of connecting as well.
Yeah.
Because he's quite buttoned up and
very
grieving.
much.
And...
Yeah, he's grieving. He's come back from the First World War, and as I said, he's lost his wife while he was away in the front lines, and his horses are sold. He was part of a horse act with the circus. And
the kids are great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're all right,
aren't they? Really good.
Yeah.
Andy Newton's little girl.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Nico, yeah, she's amazing. Yeah, she's amazing. Tandy has her well knocked into shape.
No, she would,
absolutely.
She would have her sorted out.
There you go, mum and daughter.
Look, she's the image of her mama.
Yeah, they're so alike.
She's
and
going to be...
Finley was beautiful as well, who plays my son. Gorgeous young fella.
Big stars.
It was easy. It was easy. Going to work every day.
Was it a lovely job to do?
Honestly, it was a joy to go to work every day, because it was like going to the circus, albeit a static one that wasn't travelling. And there was, you know, fire breathers and tightrope walkers and jugglers in every corner that you looked. And Tim Burton, it was a dream to work with.
No, you really wanted to work with him, didn't you?
Yeah, for 20 years. I mean, I've been a fan of his since I think my brother showed me Pee-wee's Big Adventure when I was about 12 or 13, and then Edward Scissorhands and Ed Wood and all his films. And he's such an incredible imagination, and he creates these beautiful worlds to inhabit as an audience member. So that's what it was like going to work every day. It was a dream.
I thought Tim Burton, it would have been a darker film. I was quite glad it wasn't.
I mean, there's hints of that, isn't there?
There's always scary bits.
Yeah, I suppose it's about inclusion as well, and celebrating difference, you know, not being afraid of difference, which I don't think we ever, you know, we ever seem to grow past being needed to be reminded about that, about difference being an important thing and integrating it in our lives.
Have your kids seen it? Have they seen it?
My youngest saw it.
And what did you think?
He thought it was all right. Yeah, he's not too impressed. When I told him I was doing Dumbo, I was so excited to tell him I was doing it, both of them. And when I told him I was doing it a couple of years ago, he went, Dumbo, yeah. And he did this thing with his hand. And then he saw it and he thought it was okay.
Oh, well, that's fine.
He thought it was okay.
You got this, that
It's a tough crowd at home.
Well, that's okay.
They're so not impressed.
That keeps
it's the
you
way
on
to
your
have
toes.
it. Yeah, it keeps you honest.
It's the way to have it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You survived Hollywood. You survived, I guess, in a way. Sometimes you've said yourself too much too soon.
Right.
Sometimes, and you really did.
Yeah.
And you had that bad guy label and all that.
All that jazz. Yeah, it was fun for a while.
What saved you then? What made you a
Just a desire to live.
Right.
Really.
Seriously?
Yeah, like a real desire to live. And I suppose the birth of my first son, James, was a moment in my life where I got to realise fully that I wasn't just living for myself anymore.
Right.
Which none of us ever really are, majoritively. But I was really, I had this little baby who didn't need a best friend. Who needed a dad, so that was a big turning point for me. He was about 2 when I got sober. Yeah, James was about 2.
You look really well.
Thank
you look as if you're in a really good
I feel all right for somebody who didn't get much sleep. You look well too. You look gorgeous.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Love the animal print.
Well, indeed, it's for the theme. But you've made some really interesting films, like In Bruges and The Lobster and things like that people would. And I think people's perception of you has changed quite dramatically. It's like you can do anything.
It's fun. It's just fun to do different things. It really is. It's not for care of how one is perceived. It's just really fun to go to work and step in different shoes as much as possible. Yeah. You know, and see behind the curtain of different people's lives. You know, it gives you a chance to just to alter your perspective, I suppose, sometimes when you go to work.
No, it makes perfect sense. Do you ever go home? Do you ever get back to Ireland?
Yeah, not as much as I'd like to, because I travel so much with work, so when I'm not working, I want to go home and be with the kids.
Of course.
But I was at home for Christmas for 3 weeks this year, and then I go tomorrow for 3 nights, so I'll catch up with my mates, call around to the house, cups of tea and all that jazz.
Can you still do that? I mean,
it's very simple.
And are they the mates?
Simple life.
Yeah, they're the mates that will tell you the truth and tell you...
Yeah, but they don't really tell me anything.
What do you just do? Just talk about stuff?
Yeah, I just catch up on what's going on at home. It's mad. I have a few friends at home, like Ronan, Rue, Suneva, and things haven't changed. I mean, they've changed in their lives, they've changed in my lives, but there's some kind of commonality that defies description. That means it's just easy when I see them. We know each other for the longest time. Can I do a quick shout out to my Auntie May as well, who's watching this in Torrevieja?
Completely.
Who is the most gentle and bravest woman in the world, and she's been fighting a lot of health issues in the last couple of years and having a really rough time.
Auntie May.
I just want to tell Auntie May I love you, and my cousin, whose name I can't remember. Don't anyone, I have family here, don't anyone shout it. Oh my God, Martina, I'm so sorry. Martina.
Very early.
Lorraine makes me nervous when she wears leopard skin print.
Look, I've already probably ruined someone's relationship.
Be still my beating loins. I mean, heart.
The Guy Ritchie you're working with?
Yeah, I did a week on a film, Guy, I don't know what it's called now. I think it might be called Bush. It was called Tough Guys. Yeah, I did a week with him, it was fun. Really fun, actually, yeah, all over London. It's great crack.
Excellent.
With Charlie Hunnam as well, who was in Queer as Folk, which was the first thing I ever binge-watched.
Wasn't
all
it the
those years ago.
best?
It was amazing.
So good. And like I was saying,
was amazing.
Aidan, it was real trailblazing
I
stuff.
remember, yeah, I binge watched them one afternoon way back when.
Yeah.
Might have been even VHS.
Do you know, it's funny, isn't it? I could have been sitting here talking to you as a member of Boyzone if
Very
things had been
close.
different.
Things could have been different. I heard they said I got down to the last 10, but I think it was the last 7.
Ah.
I sang Careless Whisper twice in a room with Louis Walsh and a couple of producers, and I got the call that night saying it's not going to work.
You may have to do something
Tone
else.
deaf. They made me sing it a second time because they couldn't believe how bad I was the first time. And I went for it.